Hey guys, this is Anthony Scott of Toy Hype USA. I'm here from Brett from McFarlane Toys. Brett, what's going on with Series 4 of The Walking Dead?
Yeah, we've had a lot of success in the past with our comic figures. So what you're seeing there is actually our Series 4 comic figures. They'll be out this July. It's highlighted by our second variation of Jesus, our introduction of Abraham. We also have the introduction of Carl. And the cool thing about Carl is we wanted to represent his full lifespan in the comic up to this point. Right. So we have him with 3 different heads. Cool. One with his eye, one bandage without it, and then how you kind of see him now with just an empty socket.
Awesome.
One of the really cool zombies that we've done in a long time is what we call the pincushion zombie. So with this zombie, we wanted to ask the question, in the zombie apocalypse, now who's going to have in their right mind know that you have to destroy the brain to kill a zombie?
Right.
So this is kind of the feeble attempts of people trying to kill a zombie and not succeeding, naturally. So this has everything from a pickaxe to a pitchfork to machetes and knives and even a samurai sword. And what this really becomes is the ultimate weapons pack, because all these weapons are removable and can be used with other characters.
Right. That's awesome. All right, let's take a walk over here. I think all these figures have already been seen, but let's just do a quick rundown of...
Sure, so these are our kind of our summer figures that we release out, kind of your fix before the next big line comes to stores. So what you're seeing down the bottom is you have Flu Walker, which is basically from that flu epidemic portion of The Walking Dead. You have the Woodbury Assault Rick Grimes, which is basically when he goes to Woodbury to save Glenn and Maggie. And he also includes his infamous telephone.
That's great.
And then over on the right, we have a Gravedigger Daryl. Yes. And this is basically after the flu epidemic when they had to bury all the bodies.
Right.
So a very iconic scene, very memorable. Up top here, we have our deluxe figures. So these are our 10-inch figures. We did Daryl Dixon in the past. Rick Grimes recently came out. So now we're coming back with what we call the Survivor Edition. And so we're starting with Daryl Dixon again. So it's kind of like a bloodied, battle-worn version of each of these characters.
Wow.
And then in the fall, we're going to release our first Michonne deluxe figure. So what you're seeing here is the first prototype, outputted prototype, not even painted yet, came straight from our design studio to the showroom, and it's really an amazing piece.
Cool. All right, what is this, TV Series 7?
Yes, down here we have TV Series 7. So this will be out next month. It's we have an updated Carl and Michonne. It kind of is an ode to their trip to Terminus and their bonding experience. So you even have the can of pudding, iconic to Carl, and then the can of cheese, iconic to Michonne. And the back there you have new Herschel. So he's got the bandana basically from the flu epidemic portion, and he also comes with his final demise, which is his severed head and Michonne's.
I may have gotten it wrong, but wasn't the severed head supposed to be a variation of Herschel with the last wave?
No.
No. Okay, then I think we got that wrong. I apologize, everyone.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
A lot of these things, you know, they're constantly in development.
Yeah.
And so you never know where things are actually going to hit. So early on, it could be that maybe they thought that, okay, well, we'll just do one Herschel and try to include as much as we can in. And then, you know, it's one of those things where it's such a memorable moment within the show. He's such a beloved character that we wanted to make sure we did justice to his character. Here you see Rick Grimes, and this is actually kind of a cool version of him because it's the first time we've done him in his absolute full uniform.
Yes, that looks like a great figure.
And he also comes with the walkie-talkie, so when he was trying to reach Morgan in the very beginning, so it's a very, very cool figure.
My favorite cannibal.
Yes, we have Gareth in the back. He comes equipped with his human carcass and some ceremonial candles.
Leg of... what was
Bob?
Bob, yeah.
So, well, I don't want to give any spoilers yet,
Okay.
but if you look in the back, you'll see Series 8, so we're kind of just teasing that. Some people see it, some people don't. But it's basically the lineup that we're working with right now, and it will include a Bob. And,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And in the grapevine, although I have not heard it being confirmed,
Mm-hmm.
there could be a little barbecue included.
Okay. All right.
And then over here we have our Mud Walker. This one is actually pretty cool. So we included two upper torsos just to kind of show how you can play with this figure.
Oh,
We like
wow.
to include a play action with almost every walker when we can. And so this one is actually from the scene when the governor is attacking the prison, and Megan is the little girl, and her mom is staying behind to be
Yes.
safe, quote unquote
Oh,
safe.
this is the walker that gets her.
Yes. So it actually, the figure can separate from his lower body and plug into the mud.
What is the signs? A warning, flash flood. Okay. So that's what it says there, and I remember that's what it said on the show too.
Right.
Awesome.
And
All
down
right.
here is kind of some of the product that just recently released. We have TV
Yes.
Series 6, and then last year we released the Daryl and the Chopper. In the back you'll see our next deluxe box, kind of a teaser for that, which is going to be Morgan with the Walker Spike Trap. So this is
Yes.
when Rick went back to his hometown and found Morgan in not so great shape.
Yeah.
And some of his special treats for the walkers. You'll be able to impale.
And the living
walker.
too. I remember
Oh,
there were
absolutely.
booby traps. There was flesh, blood on an axe.
Yeah.
He was real dangerous at the time.
Oh, absolutely. And then of course you can see our Blu-ray cases that we've been creating for the show, season 2, 3, and 4. And every year we just try to keep getting better and better with these.
Now, any more vehicles planned at this time?
Full size, not at the moment.
Okay.
The difficult thing with that is, we always want to stay as accurate as humanly possible.
Right.
And the challenge is to have something that's in scale with these figures.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just, for most part, it would be a huge box.
It would be.
And really, I mean, besides the Chopper and the RV, I don't know that there's necessarily a super iconic vehicle.
Well, one thing you could do is Rick Grimes' police car. Come to think of it, from season 1.
So kind of the flashback vehicle.
Yeah, and large-scale vehicles are being done right now with NECA toys, the Predator Blade Fighter,
Yeah.
and things like that. So they proved that it could work at retail.
Well, but have all your fans. We're very social on social media.
Yeah.
We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and if they shout loud enough, then
Yeah.
you never know what can happen.
You hear that, guys? Shout loud enough. Go to a McFarlane Toys Facebook page and let Todd McFarlane know. All right, let's keep moving. Series 4. These
All right.
are
So those are we have Series 3 in the front that released in July, or this last July, and in the back we kind of wanted to show off we're great partners with Skybound, who publishes The Walking Dead, and so we do some exclusives from them that they usually release near Comic-Cons, and so these are some of them: Ezekiel, Jesus, and then for the first time recently we did our first Telltale Games, which is Clementine.
Awesome. All right, we're going to keep moving. Be right back. Hey guys, it's Anthony. We're back with Brett. All right, we're at the Walking Dead building sets.
All right, so what you see here is our Series 1 prison tower and gate diorama. So this diorama, we just wanted to be able to show all the fans what you could really do with our sets. So we have kind of 2 different types of sets, as you'll be able to see in the front here. We have kind of the smaller sets for the super fan casual builder. That's just kind of like, you can build like Daryl and his chopper, or we have the governor's room, and it has like fish tanks, just super iconic. And then we have what you see here, which is kind of our prison super build, where you could take multiple gates and fences and towers and figures and just build this entire environment.
Awesome. This is great. You guys are really killing it with this right now.
Well, and the great thing about it, and you can kind of see in this display right here, is we're really doing a figure-centric program. And with our standard figures, you know, you're very limited in the number of characters you can put out each line, each year even.
Right.
And with even just Series 1, we've already knocked out, you know, upwards of 30 figures.
Wow.
And then with Series 2, we're over 60 figures.
Wow.
So you're getting to those lower levels that wouldn't necessarily make a really awesome action figure, but make cool building sets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you see here this is kind of a little bit smaller breakdown of the prison tower. So what you get here is you get the prison tower with the shed, you get the fence and the gate, and this is all still over 620 pieces. And the coolest part is and what we want to try to do in the end is we want to hide the blocks. So you still have the buildability, you still have the fun of creating these things, but in the end, it just looks almost like a model kit.
Oh, that's great.
Without having to have a degree or an artistic license.
And you guys said this is also compatible with Lego?
It's compatible with all building blocks.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
So
And one of my favorites, the governor's room.
Absolutely.
This trophy heads. That's
Yep.
great.
And so this actually has LED lights in the bottom, and the fish tanks light up. Hold on, if you'll want to follow me over here real quick. We actually have a governor's room out of package and built. So one of the things that you'll notice is the recliner will actually recline.
Oh my God.
So, and really what we do at McFarlane is we just do the most logical things sometimes. So the chair's got the textures just like any other leather chair, you know, but when you break it down, it's still just these building blocks that people know and love. And then even the figures break down
Oh my God.
to the most simplest pieces. So you still have the fun of that build, and even the fish tank. So I can even.
I'm sorry, but just watching you break apart the governor, it's making me wish that Michonne did that. You know?
Well, we can go grab her and she can do it next time. And you see here how we have, and it comes with the batteries, so you don't have to go and hunt for little small batteries. And you can see how the fish tanks light up and just creates that ultimate eerie feel.
Right.
And it just adds that realism that we wanna put in our sets.
It's almost so lifelike too.
And then too, I mean, you look at the wall here. This wall just looks so nice, and it's got some color, some texture. It's just not solid.
Right.
But then you can just break it down, and it still comes out to be just these little individual pieces
Wow.
that are just so familiar.
That's great. Let's get a look at Penny here. Penny is the governor's daughter, zombie daughter. That's great. Is the bag removable?
It is. So even with this character, her head can come off. And while we don't necessarily condone it, you could even go a little crazy.
Oh my God. He looks less threatening.
I don't know. Something about a dress that can be kind
Yeah, he does look threatening, but not as governor threatening.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean.
Sure thing.
All right, got some more zombies. Oh, I can't say zombies. Walkers. Rick Grimes. All right, guys. Oh,
Here's here's the Daryl and the Chopper. This is one of our smaller sets from the first series. And again, one of the cool things is like you have the bike, and we wanted, when you look at something, that you know exactly what you're looking at.
Right.
And so what we have here, but in the end, like this is a building set, but it still rolls and works just like a normal bike.
Unbelievable.
And then we have here, this will be out later this year, we're starting to kind of build out the prison fortifications. So we have what we call the walker barrier.
By the front doors, the gates.
Yep, absolutely. And we'll even create walkers that you can impale.
Oh,
So if you want to dispatch them on there, you can.
cool.
Just some very, very cool stuff. We're really excited.
Let's take a good look at Daryl. Awesome. Very cool. What do the actors think of these sets?
Oh, they dig them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've taken to them a couple of times, and each time they're just, I mean, how can you not get excited? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a fan of the show at all, the fact that you can build The Walking Dead, it's amazing.
Now, a lot of people are asking online for 5-inch scale dioramas, like building sets and stuff like that.
Right.
Have you guys discussed that? I know you can't confirm it, but have you at least had a conversation?
I'm sure that internally we've discussed numerous options.
Right.
And if you can build it, and if we can make the finished product awesome,
Yeah.
and the consumers want it, then anything is under consideration.
Yeah, that guys, you have more shouting to do on McFarlane Toys Facebook page, until they get the stuff out. I want to see the stuff made.
Absolutely.
That's just me. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, we're back with Brett. We're looking at some real lifelike, disgusting The Walking Dead buckets filled with body parts. I think this is what the governor was feeding his daughter. Is that?
Could be. That was the last guy that we interviewed.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, so we just had this here. It's just something fun for all the people that come in. We've been giving away some of our blind bags. So for our figures, we do a couple different programs. We do figure packs, which come with 5 figures, and then we do these blind bags that you can find in stores.
Right.
They retail about $2.99 a piece. And in this particular series, you can see it comes with Daryl. You got your Michonne if you want to dispatch Penny. And then you got a number of walkers, and you even got Governor in there.
Oh my God. Yeah. When you just said this is our giveaway, I thought you were referring to the body parts. And these are so lifelike, and they're sticky. Just take a look at this, guys. It's all glued together, but my God. Ugh. I don't know if I can eat today.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. Let me just show you the heart, which is what I was just holding. And I got the paint stuck to my hand, because that's... Look at this thing. Bone hands. You guys really went all out this year with this. Awesome. All right. Let's keep moving.
All right, so what you're looking at here is some of our next series items. These will be available in early fall at most of our mass retailers, so Walmart, Target, all the B's, Toys R Us. So again, just like the prison tower and gate, what you're seeing here is the internal portion of the prison, which includes the prison cell catwalk. And this thing is very modular. So what we did is, if you look on the next shelf, we have upper and lower prison cells, which will be sold separately, and they'll include either a walker or a human. So on the top you got Carol, bottom Carl, and then you have the flu walker on top, and then a riot gear walker that's clearly been taken care of already on the bottom. And then all these things they're completely modular. So you're able to build them out and create an entire cell block. So if you want to go catwalk, prison cell, prison cell, prison cell, catwalk, you can absolutely do that.
Oh my God. This stuff just keeps getting better and better each time.
And then that really neat thing about it is you can see in there, see that bed?
Yes.
And everything within that bed is broken down. So the comforter, the sheets, the mattress, even the pillow, and it's all
The
like
toilet too is just a lot of detail, a lot of deco
Mm-hmm.
went into this. This is definitely not your average Lego bricks.
Yeah.
You guys have really taken it a step further, way further. Look at that, so realistic.
And it's one of those things where you could just build the cells and have them, but if you really want to do it, you can just build out and build like an entire scene.
Awesome. That's great. All right.
Now on this final shelf, you can see. So on the right here, we have the iconic boiler room. So this is basically the scene where Rick finds out that Lori is not doing so hot.
Right.
So he goes down and finds the kind of lethargic, gorged walker. So, and the cool thing about this is, it's about 200 pieces, and yet I find it hard each time I'm looking at it to be able to see the actual individual pieces.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
it's
it is
just,
very
that's
hard
just a
to see.
tribute to our sculptors and how well they do and to create this super hyper realistic scene and still make it a building set.
Wow, that's great. Look at that. And
so
these
then
are
so that's the Walker barrier. So that's the complete set. We showed you a piece of that earlier.
right.
And then up top you have our second series of blind bags that will be out later in the summer too. So that will
Awesome.
include a new Rick. We have Walker Merle, very popular. Tyrese, of course. And then in the back corner, we have Charred Walker. So we actually did a standard figure of him.
Yes.
And in this figure, we use the same kind of plastic, which is kind of like a clear, translucent red plastic. So when you shine a light behind it, it will actually kind of glow.
Oh wow. That's great.
And then if you come right here, we have another diorama that we created, which basically uses the Series 2, the catwalk. So you can really kind of see how you can build this out and create an even cooler environment. So we have the catwalk right here. We have the prison cells added
Oh
on.
my God.
And you can just see the carnage that you could create.
Yeah. Wow.
We even have Michonne cutting off the head, and the head is just still kind of hanging out.
It would be awesome if you guys did this for 5-inch figures. Something like this. Keep shouting on Facebook, guys. Let's get the stuff made, please. Wow. Look at that, in every figure, so well painted, so realistic. It's like you just took it out of the show and just stuck it in this diorama.
Right.
That's what it looks like.
Well, and one of the things that Tom McFarlane, who was basically the creator of all this,
Yeah.
the mind, he wanted to, with these sets and these particular displays, to kind of show off how, you know, even after you get these figures, you know, take them, make them your own, you know, paint them, kind of char them up, or throw some blood on them, and just kind of create your own kind of custom scene. So you can see here, you know, there's added blood and guts,
Yeah.
and just kind of making it even cooler.
Wow.
So he really asked his fans, you know, do that, take pictures, put it on our Instagram, and then you never know, you know, it might be so awesome that we have to turn it into a set or a figure or something.
Oh, that's great to know. All right.
And I'll take you over here. We have one more piece of our Series 2 prototypes. So the iconic RV.
Yes.
And Dale is back, looking in good form.
Yes.
This,
Dale's alive.
Absolutely. At least here he is.
Yes.
And so this RV has been in the works since the very beginning, since we started doing building sets. So we're finally now getting it out. It's over 550 pieces.
That's it? That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And so one of the things we want to do is try to nail the detail as much as humanly possible. Everything from the Winnebago on the front to the serial number to the W on the side.
Wow.
Just all the little intricacies.
Oh, the umbrella, the chairs, yeah.
Even has some chairs and a steering wheel inside. Comes
Awesome.
with the RV walker.
Oh, that's
Right
him,
there. And then it also comes with kind of a canopy. So it's like a plug-in canopy, so you can have it both either open or closed, depending upon if you want to like roll it around or if you want to just have it sitting there.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're looking at the next shelf here.
So this next shelf has our second figure pack. So this is based on kind of the scene from Woodbury when Daryl and Merle are pitted against each other and then ended up having to go against a couple of walkers, which will be really cool. And then we have, of course, the super iconic hospital doors, which is basically the first scene when Rick realizes something ain't right.
Yeah, right.
And this is just another one where the finished product, you almost find it hard to believe that it's a building set.
Yes. Wow. So realistic. Look at all that debris alone.
And of course, the iconic doors don't open dead inside. had to do those.
Oh, you guys even did, I think she was a nurse or something that he saw. It was like the first corpse he saw. Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Okay, and down
Oh,
here,
the truck.
yep.
Yes.
So we have the Woodbury assault vehicle, and so we got a little zombie in the back. It's got a little winch in the back where they can capture the walkers, and then it actually rolls, operates, and then around them you can see some of the Series 3 blind bag prototypes that we brought out today. And it again just shows you the full extent of the characters that we're able to bring with this this line. So we have everything from Eugene to another Michonne, some more walkers, and then on the other side we have Abraham and even helmeted Morgan.
Oh yeah, look at that. One of Michonne's pets. Cool. Awesome.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us. This is Anthony Scott with Brett of McFarlane Toys, and stay tuned for more Toy Fair coverage.